Okay, we are going to look into clearing desktop Google Chrome browsing data or cache, all right, and how to do this. Now, of course, you probably have heard your IT friends actually tells you to actually clear the cache or clear your browsing data for cybersecurity concern. Okay, but if you have a desktop, the way to clear it is a little bit different from your mobile phone or your smartphone's Google Chrome. Okay, you will need to click on this small little three dot at the corner, right, to pull down the window and look at the more tools. There will be a section called clear browsing data. Right. Although technically the IT people or the IT department will actually call it a cache, but they are referred to as browsing data by Google. Once you click into this, all right, this is just my example of my machine. Okay, okay. There will be a few things to think about. First of all is, are you actually logged in? Okay, because where do you actually want to clear the data itself? All right. If you only want to clear the browsing data for only this machine, okay, all right, while keeping it in your Google account, right, which means you do not want to touch your Google account's histories or data, then actually you need to sign up first. Otherwise, you actually clear both ends. Okay, so this is something that sometimes people forget about it. Okay, so then the next thing you need to ask yourself is, what do you actually want to clear? Right, this is a default, or the default is actually clearing the history. All right, but of course when you clear the history, the browsing history, your Google account will still have a browsing history actually located at myactivity.google.com. All right, so that has to be done separate. Okay, usually I don't clear browsing history because most of the time I'm not a very heavy user of the browser. I just use it for work, but I do usually clear the cache image and file. Right, sometimes my program require me to clear the cache image and file so that it will work properly, especially when I want to refresh my project, and it actually save up space. So if you look at here, all right, if I were to just remove the browsing history, let's say I just click only this third one and leave the first and two unchecked, okay, just check only the third one, I can actually clear only the image and file. I will actually clear up 319 meg. Okay, 319 meg. Okay, it's not fantastic, okay, by today's standard of hard disk. Okay, but the interesting thing is that when you clear a cache, right, the next time you go to a website, it might load a little bit more slowly. That is because the previous downloaded image has been cleared and it has to be downloaded again. Right, if you're okay, you can clear the data just by clicking this button over there. But if you are more techy in a sort of way, you may also ask yourself, when do you want to clear? Oh, I don't have to clear everything. I just want to clear the last week or the last hour or the last day. So I only want to clear up images that belongs to the last day. I want to clear up the cache that belongs to the last day, for instance, or the last 4 weeks, which is 1 month. Well, in that case, select the time range first, then only select which one you want to clear, then click the clear data. But all this is inside the basic tab. There is an advanced tab. Alright, there is an advanced tab which there is a lot more things that you can control. But for normal user, I would suggest you don't move into the advanced tab. Just go straight into the basic. Alright, probably you just want to clear the image and files inside the cache, and then just click clear data. At most, you select the time range that I showed you just now and just clear it. Okay, especially if you are a bit concerned about cyber security, this is also another place you can look into, because you can also clear password, alright, and other type of sign-in data. So here you can see some of my informatics password is being saved. So if I do not want to save this password, or previously I have saved it but I now wanted to clear it, I can just check this and then clear the data inside there.